Oh, good, we're here. Hello. Very bright. Okay. Great, I think we're here. Ah, brilliant. How are you?
It's a fast move. Yeah, good.
No, you're okay. There you go, you're on now. So we're just going live and we have one person. I'm not sure who it is. Say hello, whoever it is. And we'll give it a couple of moments, Lucia, just to let people come on. We'll start slow, give you time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
So I'll just say hello. So you all know me, I'm Edel. And for those of you who missed the Q&A session last month, I'm joined by Lucia O'Byrne, and Lucia knows all things doTERRA essential oils. And she's quite kindly agreed to spend some time with us this evening and to help us with some questions we have about oils and how we can use them to improve our lives and make things that little bit easier for us, you know, and they're natural solutions to health. Lucy yourself is an acupuncturist and a therapist, and you've been self-employed a therapist for years now. So quite 15, yeah. I mean, so quite a wealth of experience behind you. So thank you so much for being available to share it with us now. We do appreciate you. What I'm going to do, a couple of people you see, I know we're on Zoom, so you're not going to see the questions. That's absolutely fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a couple of the questions to you, just to give you an idea of what people were asking about, and we can do that. And then as people come on, I'm sure they'll have more questions as we go, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, it's great.
Now. So I think one that was asked over the last couple of weeks, and it's Ruth and Muriel were asking this question, and they want to know about, have you any advice about preparing and supporting our bodies with oils before we get the vaccine? Because there obviously is concern with the vaccine, with it being so new. So if there's anything we can do to help our bodies receive it better and to cope with it better, and I suppose boost our immunity, using the oils.
Yeah, there's a number of things you can do. So at least a week before, you know, you're getting the jab, then it's good to take your On Guard every day, at least once a day. If you take it twice a day, that would be better. You know, put 1 to 3 drops in a capsule, or take the soft gel version, and because that helps your immune system and it'll help your immune response. The frankincense is amazing for inflammation, so if you keep taking that a week before as well, at least a week before, that would be a good one too. Copaiba will be another one, and DDR prime. DDR prime is amazing for your cellular health and repair. So because vaccines you know, affect you at a cellular level, then it's good to protect your cells as well. So you just want to keep trying to flush your system constantly, you know, with your lemon or grapefruit in your water, and yeah, that would be really helpful. Another thing would be to take your Lifelong Vitality and your supplements, and make sure to take the full dose again at least a week before, maybe 2 weeks if you can.
I was going to say, is a week long enough, really?
Well, for the supplements, I would just take them.
Yeah,
Take the
them
full dose.
anyway. Yeah.
Take them anyway. Definitely take the full dose. But a lot of people take half a dose. So that's why I'm saying if you take the full dose at least a week before, just to build your system up. If you can take it like 3 weeks or a month before, that would be ideal. Yeah.
Yeah. And the On Guard and the frankincense.
On Guard, frankincense, copaiba, and the DDR prime.
Excellent. And the DDR prime, that's an oil and a capsule as well, isn't it? So you could actually take the On Guard and the DDR. If you're not a, you know, if you just want to take them quickly and handy, you can pop the 2 capsules. They're exactly the same as the oils, are they? More.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. The oil and the capsule, the DDR oil and the DDR capsule are the same. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. Cool. Now, I don't know if Muriel is here yet. Let me just have a little look. Say hello, whoever's here, so that we know who we're talking to. Because I will know. Ah, brilliant. Ruth, yes. Ruth, and I don't think Muriel is here yet. Ruth, is that okay with you? Have you any more questions to that or around that subject of the immunity? Hello, Mary, how are you? Now, if you have a question, Mary, you haven't popped one in yet.
There is. I just want to mention, if I can, I just want to mention a couple of other things about it, because most medication will affect your digestive system. And it's really going to upset it. Can really upset it, especially if you're sensitive. So it would be really helpful to take your Zengest. Zengest is amazing for digestive health and support. And then after you get your vaccination or your medication, whatever it is, you can make sure and take your probiotics. PP Assist is what doTERRA use, and they have prebiotics and probiotics in it. So the prebiotics is fiber that helps the probiotics to work better, more effectively. Yeah.
Very good. I know, because more and more, I think people are going back to that science where, your immunity, your health begins in the gut. And it's it's seen as being so much more important now than ever it was. They kind of ignored it, I think, for a long time.
Well, they're after finding all the, the last 10 years, they're after finding a lot of new information that was always there. They just found it. The connection between the brain and the gut,
Yeah.
So it's really important. And you have, like in your intestines, you have 70 to 80% of your serotonin levels. So it's really, really important to keep an eye, to keep it well and healthy. Absolutely. And make sure your diet is really good, obviously, especially in the week or two coming up to it and after it. Because after you get your jab, it'd be really good to keep flushing your system, keep flushing your system with your lemon and your citrus oils. Keep taking your DDR prime, which is amazing for your cellular repair and health, your copaiba and your frankincense. Will be really helpful after it. Yeah.
Excellent.
And your probiotics. Just take your probiotics. I'd say 3 times a day after it, for at least
about a week or so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. That's really good, because it's even something. Well, I have my little system and I like to be organized, but it's even something you could have, like, get your vaccine kit now and have it ready, and as soon as there's a sign of any vaccine coming, start taking it. But I'd nearly go with it, that the long life vitality is so good. You could nearly start that sooner rather than later.
Yeah, because your body needs to get used to the lifelong vitality, because it is so strong and it's so purifying, and it's just amazing. All those the vitamins and minerals are made from whole food, so it's really good. Yeah. So and the omegas are great. Yeah.
We wouldn't always be used to that level of purity.
No, certainly not.
you don't always get it, especially now. Ruth's saying she's also taking vitamin C, D, and zinc.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, all good. Muriel, good to have you. You're here now, lovely. We were talking there. I don't know if you caught. You'll be able to catch it on the replay anyway from the beginning. We started off with the immunity question. And I think as well, even to get your head around getting the vaccine, even I think to settle, what could you take from, even from like a calming, like something, would it be lavender or adaptive, something that, because there is so much in the collective consciousness, so much going on the social media and in the news about this could happen and that, and there's all scare stories and all sorts of conspiracy stuff going on. What is there anything we could take around that to help us kind of process the whole idea of it and be happy to take it if we have choose to? I'm not saying, I'm just saying if you choosing to take it, obviously it's a choice, but to get us there, if it's a thing we want to do but we're not totally happy either, we're not settled on it yet.
Yeah, and there was a study done, I read it quickly so I can't tell you all the details about it, but there was a study done on taking and getting an injection and your mindset, and if your mindset was a positive mindset about it, and if your mindset was a negative mindset about it. So the negative mindset came out that you had more, you know, you felt more of the
the negative side effects of it.
The side effects, yeah, the negative. Yeah, you got more the negative side effects from it. You felt them, you know, you were sicker longer, you had the headaches, you had the stomach ache, you had all of them. Whereas the ones who had a more positive and maybe like a better mindset with it, they just, I don't know, they seem to get on better.
Through it easier, yeah. So it's getting yourself in, I suppose, in the position as well that you've reached a point where you're content, I suppose is a word, to take it, and to allow your body to receive it and process it through, because at the end of the day, it's for your benefit.
Well, one way, yeah, sorry, just to process, like you're taking because you're minding your gut health after you get the injection. You're going to be taking the Zengest afterwards as well, and Zengest is for digestion. It aids digestion, but emotionally it really helps us to process our emotions better. Just to let them to flow. And the frankincense is amazing for calming. You know, anytime you smell frankincense, it's just so calming, so grounding. That's going to help. Lavender, of course, you know, that's a given.
Lavender.
Yeah, if you have Serenity, actually it's one I have here. Serenity is really lovely. Yeah, I love Serenity. I can't get enough of Serenity. Yeah, and of course Copaiba is for pain relief as well, so that's really good for grounding, and it's a tree, so it's very grounding.
That makes sense. Yes, nice. Yeah, and it's a way of, I suppose, working with what's in your body, because all the supplements and everything you've mentioned, the oils and all, they're all so natural, and your body will absorb them so kind of with so much more ease as well. It's to just, I suppose, get into that mindset of allowing things to be, because you don't even know what it needs to do. If we just give it that little bit of support, I think it's more important. Well, now there was something I was going to say, and it's gone out of my head. Oh yes, could I ask you, just while around this topic, rather in case we want to go back to it, I know we don't know when the vaccines are going to actually, like regular folk like us, mere minions, are going to get our hands on them. It could be months yet. You mentioned before, I know, the flu bomb, or something to diffuse for the flu, just for general immunity in the home, or the flu bomb. Would you go through that again? Because I actually spoke to somebody in the group this week and she hadn't heard that piece the last time. Would you mind just running through that again?
Yeah, no, the flu bomb, or flume, it's 5 oils. There's frankincense, lemon, oregano, on guard, and tea tree. Well, melaleuca, that's where the flume comes in. So frankincense is great, is an adaptogen, and it's going to help all the other oils work more effectively. Frankincense is also really good for inflammation. It's great for crossing the blood-brain barrier. It's just an amazing all-rounder oil. And then the oregano is like your natural antibiotic. It's a hot oil, so you can only take it in a capsule, in a veggie cap, or mostly in a veggie cap. And it's super strong. You can add it into your lasagna while you're taking the flu bomb. Yeah, it's lovely. It's really good. And then On Guard is your immune support. So it helps your immune system, and it helps it to work effectively. And your, what was next then? There was
frankincense, lemon, oregano.
Oh yeah, lemon. Yeah, lemon. Well, lemon is your citrus, and it helps flush your system and great for your liver. And then tea tree. Tea tree is an antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal, everything. So it's a really good one. 5 of them together work really well.
So
together.
if you
take,
sorry, go on.
Yeah, no. So you take between 1 to 3 drops. Well, I would take 3 drops, but you know, you can take 1 to 3 drops in a veggie cap, empty tablet capsule.
And that's 3 times a day?
Yeah. So at least leave, I mean, if you're really bad with the flu, with a flu, then, you know, you could take it every 3 hours. Otherwise, you know, 3 times a day, it's fine. So it's like every 4 hours, roughly. Yeah.
And I read somewhere as well, it could have been in the WhatsApp group, I read about putting those oils either in a roller bottle.
Yeah.
Somebody who wasn't able to take the capsules, or for whatever reason you wanted to use a roller bottle instead. What's the story?
Oh, well, you'd have both of them. If I had the flu, I'd have both of them going, and I'd have the diffuser on. A roller bottle is it's 10 mils. 10 mils. So you just add the same oils in. You'd add, well, you know, I mean, you could add between 7 drops to like 12 drops, depending on how sensitive your skin is, and how well you respond to it. Yeah. So in the roller bottle, you apply it onto your neck, the back of your neck, onto your feet.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
No, it's just that's really good to know, because we may get caught, and you know the way life is, you never know. And again, I have to say, I have them lined up, because I'm a bit like that. I think it's the nurse in me. I have them lined up, ready for the emergency. It's like my first aid kit is ready for the flu.
I do. I have the same. I have a little box just in case. Yes. I have my oils in it. They're all ready to go. Yes. And labeled, because maybe Chris doesn't know how to use them as well as I do. So labeled on how to use them. And I've peppermint in there, because peppermint is really good for fever. Really good for fever.
So how would you do that?
On the back of your neck, down your spine, and on your feet.
Spine is fantastic. Yeah.
Spine is amazing.
I love the peppermint. No, it's good. It's good to be prepared, because it's better to be looking at it than looking for it. That's you know, whenever I'm planning things, and just so that everybody knows how to deal with it, or at least where it is. You know, if you've got a house full of men, it's no, you nearly want to leave arrows for them. You never told us that.
I know. Well, with the On Guard, I have the On Guard capsules in my box, because they have Melissa in it. Melissa is very antiviral, like it's highly, highly, highly antiviral.
Never taken Melissa, I have to say.
Yeah, it doesn't smell great. Oh. But you don't use it for that. You use it for, you use it for your health. So Melissa is in the On Guard capsules. It's called On Guard Plus. The capsules are, and yeah, they're really good. So I have those in my box too.
And would you take them as a preventative, as a little boost? Say, would you take it for a week now, just to give yourself a little bit of oomph, to the immunity? Yeah.
Yeah.
Any harm?
No. I take one most days. I don't take it every day. I should take it every day, but no, I'm taking one most days. Yeah, especially when I'm working, because Well, sometimes absolutely. I take 2 just in case. Take one in the morning and one at night. I wouldn't take 2 together, but I would take one in the morning and one at night. You're crossing the road and someone sneezes on you. I'm joking, Edel.
No, but I do notice that I was going into the post office today, honestly. I know you were, I know, see, I'm a little bit obsessive. I was walking into the post office door today, and would you believe a man coming out pulled down his mask to cough. And everybody went, ooh. I was like, oh, imagine doing that. He pulled off his mask to cough into the air with about 6 people stood around him.
Oh.
God, I'll be making up my capsules. And yes, Ruth, we've got the same mindset here. Ruth saying, what about emotional support for the worry? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, you mentioned adaptogen or adaptive. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah.
I'm not, that was actually put together for stress, really, wasn't it? It was to help.
Yeah. It was really to help calm and anxiety, those feelings of anxiety, kind of, stress.
Are there different strengths of it, or something, or two different rollers? Is it just one roller and an oil that it comes in? So you have a choice between the two with adaptive.
Yeah, in Europe, in Europe we only have the oil version, so you can get it in the 15 ml oil version or in your roller. But in the US, they have it in capsule form as well, which I think is slightly different.
I saw something different. So Ruth, the adaptive is basically the supportive oils that you can use. They're all blended already for you, and you work with those. As Lucy was saying, you could either put them on the soles of your feet, you can inhale it, you can roll it on the back of your neck, around your chest. And the Serenity as well is a good one, and it will help with sleep. And it's actually, I was reading a thing recently that the instance of sleep, the difficulty with sleep and insomnia since in 2020 has gone up to some ridiculous percent. Because of anxiety and the changes in routine and all sorts of things that are going on as a result of COVID, that sleep has become a huge issue for a lot of people. Oh, good. Mary's saying, I got a second vaccine today and feel okay so far. Have been taking a probiotic with vitamin C and D in it for a while. Excellent.
Great.
Yeah.
Good.
Jennifer, you're here as well. Welcome. Thelma, good morning. Thelma is, where is it? Is it Brisbane? Thelma's over in Australia. I think it's Brisbane, you said. Yeah, not Perth.
Hi, Brisbane.
Yes. It's so lovely. We're very cosmopolitan, and we've got, I don't know, Heather's here at the moment. Heather will watch this later, and Heather is from Ontario.
Oh, wow.
She's over in Canada, yeah. So we're very cosmo, and we've a couple in the UK as well. So it's like, yay! we can't get outside of 5K, but we've got all these different countries.
Amazing. Yeah,
that's lovely.
Great. I was just thinking another one that for like if you felt your adrenals were going a little bit crazy, basil is really nice. It's really good for adrenals. Basil.
Oh, love basil.
Yeah. Basil is lovely. Actually, I have it here because, just because we all need a bit of basil every now and again.
It's the truth. Now, a couple of things. Muriel's asking, can you place copaiba drops under your tongue?
Yeah, copaiba and frankincense. I put 2 drops on each under my tongue daily, most days. Yeah.
I put my copaiba on a small bit of honey, but it's probably got to do with my sugar addiction more than the need. I love sweetness. I love the sugar. So I think the copaiba is fine on its own, but yeah, if you do find it a little strong, you can pop it on a bit of honey.
Now, it doesn't taste great. Yeah, but
it's kind of, I've got used to it. I think it's okay. It is actually okay, and I just you appreciate what it's doing for you. Muriel's saying, oh bless. Muriel placed 1 drop of oregano on her tongue last night.
Oh, ouch.
She realized it was so strong. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You'll only ever do that once, Muriel.
Yeah. And Muriel, I didn't place it. I burnt my tongue. I'm sure your tongue is super burnt. I did the same with oregano once. I mixed it with honey and it didn't mix very well. And I think I put 3 drops in with honey and took it. Oh no, burnt tongue. It felt like sandpaper on my tongue and my throat. I'd say for a couple of days. So that's why, you know, yeah, I kind of tell everybody dilute, or you can't take oregano by itself.
No, oregano is dreadful. No, Mira's saying I tried anything once. That's a good motto. Yeah, no, that's nothing wrong with that. It's just oregano should come with a little warning. It's strong, but it's good and it lasts forever. I have the same oregano bottle for donkeys. I use it in the oil I put it on the crown and on the solar plexus for kind of parasitic ties and things like that. And so I've diluted it, but it's grand as it is. Like it just lasts forever. You don't need it actually. I tried it neat, and I was aware of the burning sensation.
Did you put it neat on your head?
Yeah,
it?
Yeah.
Nice.
I just put a drop on my crown chakra to see what would happen.
Yeah.
For it's just to see, and yes, I was aware of it, shall we say, and I had it for about 3 days before I realized it was the oregano, because I thought, oh, it's just, it's one of those things, yeah. So yes, ever since it's in a roller.
That's a really good way to use it. Yeah, for parasitic ties.
Yeah, the deeper sort of hooks, just getting them out of your space. If you think about it, like the way I sort of approach it sometimes, if you look at the physical reason for taking a thing, and it's it's anti-parasitic, like antifungal, what have you. You just I kind of turn it around then and look at it from an emotional, spiritual side and see how would that support you. Yeah.
Cool.
Ruth and Mary, they're all good. Heather, hello. I am late, so we'll watch the beginning. Fair enough, Heather. We talked about immunity. We talked about the flu bomb, about the preparation for the vaccine and after you take the vaccine. And we looked at emotional support while preparing for it and processing the whole thing emotionally, mentally around the vaccine. Now, I think we've covered that as much as we can. I have one question. It's quite specific, so it's from Colette. Let me just get it for you here, Colette. And it's about pain. It's pelvic pain. So let me just read it out. I'll find it for you again, and I'll read it out for you. Okay, might be better on the phone. Hold on.
Just a little note with the oregano on your scalp. It probably helps because it's a warming oil. It'll probably help your hair grow. Although you don't need help with that, but it's a warming oil. So, yeah.
That's good to know that the warming oils do that. I suppose it helps with perfusion, does it? It helps bring the circulation up.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, I have 2 here. Okay, Anna was the same with regard to the vaccine, so we're good there, Anna. I hope you're sorted. Now, Colette, it is specific, but we look at it from the pain perspective anyway. My friend, age 52, suffers from major pain in her hips and bottom. The pain moves around to her groin and pelvic area and down the front of her legs and knees. Doctors are baffled. Can you recommend an oil that might help either rubbed or taken internally with fluid, etc.? So it's really pain management. It's around the pelvic area, the bum, and down the legs.
Yeah, well, I hope she's probably gone to an osteopath or
doesn't say.
Maybe, just in case. Anyway, it would or a really good physio, someone who is trained in not just physio but different modalities around physio. So for pain relief, I mean, copaiba, you're going to take copaiba, 2 drops at least. I'd say 2 drops 3 times a day, and you're going to mix copaiba and frankincense if you have it, and lemongrass, and deep blue.
Excellent. And
Yeah.
how do you apply that? Would you apply them in a roller or?
Yeah, so you can make up a roller as you want. It's a big area, you know. It's it's a big enough area, so you can make up in a roller bottle or just in a little container. If you have a little container, like a little, you know, small little jam jar or something, or a little
little travel things as well, or
yeah, little squidgy bottle, yeah. So then you can just, you know, roll it on, rub it on. Yeah, regularly. And it's going to take a couple of days. You know, you need to keep applying it. My mum was applying, she had a pain in her toe or something, and she was only applying the oils once a day, like at night time. And she was wondering why it wasn't helping. Just not using it enough, you know. So, you know, once she started using it more, that started to help her.
Yes, and the thing is to remember, because I suppose it's a natural process as well, that your body's absorbing the plant remedies. It takes time for these. Like, we're so used to having instant pain relief and instant this and instant that, that we have to kind of, I think, going back to nature a little bit and allow our bodies to kind of work with what we're giving them as well, and gently kind of, you don't want to shock your body with a load of stuff all at once. You kind of gradually bring up that level to a therapeutic level, and then you maintain that for as long as you need it as well. What about the deep blue cream that would work?
Yeah, deep blue cream. Yeah, and you could take the deep blue polyphenols as well, the little tablets, the deep blue tablets. It's not the same as the oil, so there's herbs in it and herbs and oils in it, so they're different. Yeah, they're good for pain relief.
I have to say, I find the deep blue oil, I use that neat on my knees, my joints. I find it fabulous, absolutely fabulous. It just works seconds, really, for me. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah. It is awesome.
Let me just,
I was just thinking, like, with that type of pain, because you know the way if you have pain for a long time, then that type of pain, like nerve pain for a long time, then your brain starts thinking that it's always there, that even if the pain is not there, your brain has already wired itself up to think there's pain. So the oils will help. Every time you smell the oils, and you, like frankincense, and they're really calming, like they help to calm our bodies. So every time you smell them, you're telling your brain that it's relaxed, and you're applying the oils on, and your legs and your nerves are relaxed.
Okay, so it's a letting go on a mental, emotional level as well, that you're letting go of the pain. Yeah. That it's safe to let go of pain, that you don't have to be uptight, that if you relax, you can actually let it go.
Yeah. As well as getting it treated, you know. Yeah. You know, because clearly, you know, there's a problem with her.
Yes, oh, absolutely. Yes, there has to be a reason. Let me just work my way down here. Muriel's saying here, thank you for that, because that was a tricky one. I hope that's okay. Oh yes, Colette, my friend had awful trouble with the pain at night. She went back to the doctor today to push for a referral, but I said I'd make a mix of the oils that could be used topically. Thanks for your advice. No, that's cool. And let us know how she gets on as well, Colette.
Yeah.
And I'll make sure that she's using it regularly as well. And I think you probably have a couple of those oils already, so that's brilliant. That's really good. Now, Muriel is saying, what's the best thing for an itch? And a half-size water blister appeared on her lower leg, a bit painful a few days ago. Not sure if it's from a hot water bottle burn or came from a spider in the sand dunes. It burst and went a bit septic. Keeping it clean, healing some. Could I use an oil or a diluted in oil and water to help it heal more?
Yeah, you can use lavender. Actually, this is the one time where I think olive oil is suitable. Olive oil and lavender, because normally I don't like olive oil as a base oil. But for this, I think olive oil would be perfect, or maybe jojoba oil if you have jojoba oil. But anyway, everybody has olive oil, and you just mix a few drops of lavender in and keep applying.
Yeah.
If that's not working, sorry, and if that's not working by itself as well as you want it to work, then add a couple of drops of peppermint, and that might help to cool the area as well as heal it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that works because you would use that for, you mentioned that about using that with temperature as it's cooling. Excellent. That's really good.
Oh yeah, no, there's plenty of people contact me for burns. You should see the burns in their arms and just burns. So yeah, lavender would be a huge one for it.
Okay. I've just got an interesting one here. Any suggestions for dry, cracked heels? I use coconut oil and socks, but what oil could I use? I suppose what essential oil could you pop in with that?
Well, you'd have tea tree. Tea tree would be the first one. Lavender. Tea tree. If you had a helichrysum, but you could mix a little bit of helichrysum. Is amazing for scar tissue. That's really good too. They have the Correct X, like a cheaper version, I guess. If you have it, would be Correct X. Correct X is it has helichrysum, frankincense, lavender. Has a couple of other things in it, but it's an amazing little tube of just amazingness. Yeah, ointment, and you just apply it onto the back of your heels. Yeah, that would be good.
I have a client of mine, she's a nurse, and she buys a couple of tubes at a time. Like, she just uses it at work all the time because of the masks, the way that her face is perfect. Like, she uses them to protect any areas that are being marked. Because she works in a unit where she'd have to be every single day gowned up. But like that, yeah, she said it's absolutely fantastic. She'd be lost without it. Catherine is saying, sorry, I can't make the session. Will you keep the post up? Yes, will you keep the post up for a while? Yes, I'm going to leave this post up for you. I will, Catherine, for sure. And so everybody in the group, because I mean, not everybody can make 8 o'clock this evening. So by all means, yes, you can catch the replay tomorrow. And there's lots in this. I mean, when you sit down and actually listen, like, we have covered an awful lot in a very short space of time. Let me just see. Oh, but then Heather saying she hadn't heard of that oil. Is it the helichrysum or the helichrysum? Yes, it's lovely, actually.
Helichrysum is great for stopping blood. So if you have a nosebleed, if you're prone to a lot of nosebleeds, you just get a little bit of helichrysum on a tissue, and just put it up your nose a little bit and just hold it there for a minute, maybe 30 seconds, and it just stops it.
Interesting. Yeah. Yes.
I have my friend's son. He's got a lot of sinus issues, and he gets lots of nosebleeds, and just went through a phase of getting loads of them every day, and so that worked a treat.
Yes, I've heard of it. That makes sense. I've heard of that being used for varicose veins as well, and blood pressure and things like that. So that makes perfect sense. It would do that. Muriel is asking, could she use ylang ylang? She doesn't use lavender, actually. I just thought, sorry, Muriel, I should have remembered that. She's very, very sensitive to lavender, and she doesn't have it in the house.
Yeah.
Ylang ylang.
For what?
For the blister on her leg that was itching.
Oh,
you were saying tea tree, lavender.
Maybe try tea tree and frankincense.
Yeah, you've got.
I think ylang ylang would be a bit strong.
Okay.
If it's a blister and it's hot, I don't know if ylang ylang would be. If you have like chamomile, chamomile would be ideal.
There you go. You might have some, Muriel. Take a look. That's cool. Heather's saying, yes, she's not heard of that oil. She's looking it up. Yes, you've got it. That's the one. Catherine is saying they call it liquid stitches. That's right. It's great for scarring as well, isn't it, Catherine?
Yeah, it's great for scars. Yeah, it really is able to repair the scar tissue. Yeah.
and I'm going to go down my little emotional route as well. There is a thing, I read a case study of somebody using it with a child. When you've got scarring, if you use the helichrysum to heal the scar, you're healing on the emotional level as well. That it helps to actually bring up the emotional issue or the trauma around the scarring, and allows the person or the child to process it through in a more gentle sort of love. It's more heart-centered way. It's just processing, letting the whole thing go. It's a lovely, actually, it is lovely.
Yeah.
I really love. I use it with juniper berry.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it smells gorgeous. It does smell gorgeous. Yeah,
absolutely love it. There's so much in what you both have. This is Muriel. There's so much in what you both have discussed. Need to listen a few times to replay. Absolutely. I mean, there is such a lot that we've 45 minutes and we've covered so much. The oils are amazing, and like we're only scratching the surface. There's so much that can be done with them. So I'm just making sure I've got everybody here. Yeah, we're up to date. Tell me if you have any questions at all. Now, there was something I was going to say. Oh yes, for the people, remember you were saying about the lifelong vitality. These supplements that are going, anybody, and I know there's a few people in the group here, I'm just going to say it when I think of it. Anybody who opened an account in January, after, if you put in an order this month, talk to me, but if you put in an order this month, you can get a month's supply of lifelong vitality free. And that's a great value. It's about, what is it, about 95 or something?
Yeah.
So it's quite significant. It's a huge saving, and it's really good. And even if you have it and then wait and you use it around the time of your vaccine, if that's where you're thinking, or if you want to get started straight away, anybody, I just want to remind anybody who has opened an account in January, do think about it. Get in touch with myself, and we'll get you that if we can at all, because when it's there, why not take advantage of it?
Definitely,
because they are brilliant. It is very good, I have to say.
It's a great offer, really good offer.
Oh,
yeah, I know.
It is. I know a few people have already taken up on it, but do, if you opened an account in January, do think about it. Mary, is there an oil that would help with psoriasis on the scalp?
Yeah, that would be your tea tree. Lavender, yeah. I'm just trying to think what other ones. Maybe it depends on, maybe the chamomile would be really nice too, because it's really anti-inflammatory. And you could add a couple of drops of frankincense, just a couple, because it will help to bind the blend together. Can use it and the doTERRA shampoo is really mild. It's really gentle. Definitely have a look at the shampoo and conditioner you're using, or whatever your hair products are.
Definitely.
What's the makeup? I made up something. Sorry, I'm just trying to think. I made up something for my sister's friend. I think it was just chamomile, frankincense, and lavender. Did I put anything else in it? No. Oh, copaiba. I think I put a couple of drops of copaiba in as well, because copaiba is good for your skin as well.
There you go, Mary. What I like about them is, like, you've mentioned a few things, but there's a few staples that run through that really you can use for, that they're so flexible as well. You can use them for so many different things. Brilliant. Kathy, you're here as well. Very good. They really are fantastic. And I'd be thinking, what I'm thinking here as well, when you're talking about that with the head, with the psoriasis, I'm also thinking now, I wonder what points are on the head, or you've got your third eye, and I'm, it's gas. I'm very focused on that way, but I'm sure that there's so much you could do with that. You could do a nice little protocol with that. Psoriasis is hard though. Let me just see. Oh, Heather is saying here, remember we were saying about the oregano for hair? They're saying, my husband and I will have tufts of hair at the top of our heads from oregano. I think they're doing the Eliminate Overwhelm protocol for a month.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah.
you've got a fantastic hair growth. You're little Mohicans, apparently. You're so cool. That's
There you
brilliant.
go. Proof is in the pudding.
That's it. That's so cool, Mary and Kathy. That's brilliant. Heather, can you recommend anything for snoring?
Oh, yeah. The
Oh,
air and the air blend is amazing, and peppermint. So you can do different things. So you can put air in the diffuser, and you can put a couple of drops of peppermint on your throat like this.
Okay.
Maybe even just one drop on your throat. That should help. And well, if you like lavender, you can add a couple of drops of lavender into the diffuser as well, because it just helps to relax the nervous system.
Very good.
But air is awesome. Air is great for opening the respiratory system. Yeah.
And how would you use the air again? You inhale it?
Oh, in the diffuser.
The diffuser. Very good.
Because you need it going half the night, you know. Yeah. On the the intervals, the continuous intervals. So it's on for 15 and off for half an hour, and on for 15 and off half an hour, or something like this. Yeah.
That's actually quite nice. That sounds nice. I like that.
Oh yeah, that's a staple of most nights here.
Yeah. My husband snores terrible. It's just awful. But you know, people who snore always are sound sleepers, and they swear they don't snore, and they don't know what you're talking about, you know.
Yeah, no, it's all in your head.
Absolutely, snorers are the pits. I grew up with a sister who was a terrible snorer as well. And I just wake up because I'm a light sleeper, so like I get it straight away. Okay, cool. If you can't use the diffuser, how to use air? Can you take a drop in? This is Muriel. Can you take a drop on your tongue of air?
No,
That could
don't
be
do that.
the oregano scenario.
That would be bad. Don't. It's not meant for air. Is not meant for ingesting. Don't take air. You diffuse it, or you can make a little spray bottle if you want, and you can spray it on the pillow. You can make it into your 10 ml roller, and you can roll it on your chest, on your back, and your feet, and your neck, and under your nose.
Anywhere but in your mouth.
Yes, just for your skin. Yeah.
Yeah, and actually that's worth mentioning. There are, like, I think the majority of oils you can take internally, but there are a few that you can't. So it's always worth just double checking. But rule of thumb, I would say any of the hotter oils as well. You know, just think about it before you take them. And you know, we can always check for you. So do ask.
And you can get the books, you know, there's the Advanced Oil Magic book. It's amazing. And the Modern Essentials book. 2 really good books, really good books. And they'll teach you, you know, if you have any questions, you just have a look and see.
There we go. The Oil Magic one is very, very handy.
Yeah.
There we go.
You can get that. There's somebody's after opening a shop in Dublin now, you know, online, because before we had to order them from the UK.
Yeah.
And literally they only opened it in the last month, I think. And so now the shipping is like, you know, pittance compared to what it used to be, what we were getting it from the UK.
That's really good to know. And is it which shop is that?
I will have to email it
or something like that.
Yeah, well, the UK one is Essential Supplies. Essential Oil Supplies, essentialoilsupplies.co.uk.
Yes.
But the Irish one it's different.
Well, let me know, because it's
I will. I'll text it to you. But yeah.
Cool, that'd be brilliant, because those books are definitely worth getting. I mean, this really is a coffee table one, I think. Like, I mean, when you take that out, there's always somebody has something. Like whenever your friends are getting together, somebody always has, oh, you know, and they start looking things up, and that's it. You know, they get lost in the book. There is an awful lot in it, I have to say. It's brilliant.
And it's really easy to read, isn't it? Like, it's a really easy reference book.
It makes sense, and it's quick as well. You know, if you don't have a whole lot of time and you just want to check something, it is very good. I'm just going through here now.
You're getting stuck in that book, aren't you? I just get stuck in that book. Close the book, Edel.
It's addictive. Hang on a second now. Let's work our way down. Kathy is grand. Yes, so okay, so Muriel is saying oregano and air out. The sure are, don't go there. Catherine is saying,
well, oregano is something you can take internally. You just wouldn't take it directly. But air, you don't take it internally at all. Not in a veggie cap. Not anyway. It's only meant to be applied to your skin or diffused.
Just bear with me now. I'm just making sure I'm getting it. Just my phone has gone a bit glitchy there. So that's good. Catherine saying the Modern Essentials app is great. Cool. I don't know that one, but I'll certainly have a look for it. Are there books available through doTERRA? I don't believe so. No. Are there? No. They do a lot of e-guides, like e-books.
Yeah, they do. But
No
you get more. That's a broader. So they'll talk about the broader way of using oils in the e-books. They won't really give you like, you know, how many drops to use in a veggie cap.
No, they won't.
They are good. They're really informative. But if you want to check up psoriasis or check up, you know, knee pain, you're gonna. The book is definitely the Modern Essentials or the Advanced Oil Magic are the ones to look at for those. Yeah.
Cool. No, you're grand. Okay, I think we've got everybody here. Mary saying thank you, great information. That was about the psoriasis in the on the scalp.
Yeah, and you know, psoriasis comes from the inside. Anything that's on our skin comes from the inside. So have a look at your diet as well, and if there's any triggers there, you know, obviously reduce the amount of alcohol. It's really hard to reduce the amount of alcohol during COVID times, I know, but something to try. Caffeine and chocolates, I guess. Just have and dairy, of course, and gluten. Just have a look at everything that you're eating and see.
I've actually stopped dairy in the last few months. I've gone completely dairy free, and I have to say I do feel better for it.
Wow.
Yeah, just for health more than anything else. I read so much on it, and I thought, oh my god, I just cannot have any. I just stopped. That's it. Soy and almond and all that business now.
Very good.
Yeah. And you think you're going to miss things? Well, I suppose when you choose to not have them, you don't really miss them. Muriel is saying, oh yes, okay. I usually open the lid and smell the oils for 30 seconds and my body starts to move back and forward differently if I need it or not. Oh yeah. Getting used to trying it in the morning and night. Yeah, it's like, I know what you're doing. It's like the bioenergy. Yeah, I know what you're connecting with them. Yeah. Whatever works for you, Muriel, honestly, because you're quite sensitive. So you tune into what it is your body needs.
That sounds lovely.
Yeah.
Nice reaction.
Yeah, and it's kind of natural as well, isn't it? Okay, I think we have I hope I've covered everybody. From what I can see, I'm checking out the comments on the phone. They don't show up great on screen as well when you're doing lives. They only give you the top 4. So you can't go back and check when you're on a live. You need your phone to check. It's fiddly, but that's just how it is.
Yeah.
I think I'm watching your oh, perfect timing actually. We've just come up to the hour for you now, Lucia. It's just 9 o'clock. And I think we've actually covered everybody, so perfect timing. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. I'll check back in the comments afterwards anyway, just to make sure everybody is covered. Perfect. Lovely. Grand. Okay. Well, I'm going to say thank you. Yes. I'm going to say thank you to Lucia. Thank you so much again for your time and all your information and your knowledge. Like, I mean, honestly, I don't think you realize like how much you actually hold in here. It's fantastic. It's a great resource really to be able to have you here and for you to share your knowledge with us. I do appreciate it now, honestly, because we're getting so much out of it. And you know, the few bits that you've told us today, like we'll build on that, and like God knows where we'll end up. But you know what I mean? Like we'll all have our different ways of using the oils and different experiences with them. It's great, and it's such a natural way of looking after ourselves. It's cool. It's cool.
Thanks
So,
for having me on. Yep.
No, absolutely. No, I appreciate you for doing it. Ruth is saying thank you for all the information. Muriel saying thank you both for an amazing, brilliant and informative session. Excellent. Heather, thank you both as well. So guys, you know, I know you appreciate it and you've been waited a month for this. So it's brilliant to have you here. It's great. Okay, I'm going to stop. Just bear with me. I'm just gonna
Good night.
there, and I am going to end the live just